LPT donate blood for a free COVID antibody test. The short version is, donate blood, they'll do a free COVID antibody test. Slightly less short version, I'm a broke, recently graduated, non-traditional American college student. I was as sick as I've ever been in my life back in February. But since there were no cases of COVID-19 in my town at the time, I thought it was just a bad flu. A few months later, I read a few people's accounts of mild cases of COVID, and what they described fit my experience perfectly. I wanted to get tested to know for sure, but I don't have health insurance, so I didn't want to get tested and then face a potentially large bill. I donated blood, A+, today, and was pleasantly surprised when they told me everyone's blood would be tested for COVID antibodies. And if it was negative, they wouldn't contact me, but if it was positive, they would let me know. So you can donate much-needed blood and find out if you've had COVID or not, even if you haven't had symptoms. Since you can be an asymptomatic carrier, it's useful to know. I'm not sure if they do this in other countries as well, but since almost every other country has handled the pandemic better than America, it may not even be necessary in some places. This isn't a great way to determine if you've had COVID or not. The current research shows that not everyone who has tested positive develops antibodies, and the antibodies have a half-life of 73 days. So in OP's case, assuming an infection 7 months ago, they could have degraded to the point of being undetectable or degraded completely, depending on several factors. That's awesome. What a good excuse to give blood. I mean, other than the other reasons. In case anybody's unable to donate blood, I can't because I'm gay. Some information on uninsured testing. On one hand, uninsured COVID tests in the USA are supposed to be billed to the federal government through a dedicated billing portal, which will reimburse the facility at Medicare negotiated rates for testing and related appointments. They can also temporarily enroll you in a state Medicaid program just for the test. On the other, last month I got billed full price, $152, for a test from FQHC, federally subsidized clinic in poor, underserved areas, after being repeatedly assured by multiple clinic staff that it would be free. And they didn't even try to submit it to the government. I disputed the bill, linked them to the portal and the FFCRA, Families First Coronavirus Relief Act of 2020. In response, they kicked me out as a patient and I lost my primary care provider. So, whatever the law may be, unfortunately it doesn't look like anybody's enforcing that healthcare providers are acting in good faith. They can make more money by not playing by the rules and exploiting uninformed, vulnerable patients by charging them full price, rather than the Medicare rate they'd get from the government. Crossbows to art coronavirus. I'm reading this while donating blood. I disagree. Please don't do this if you're not feeling well for at least a month. If anything should fall through the cracks, you are risking the health of someone who desperately needs the transfusion. So did you test positive? Just made my 6th convalescent plasma COVID donation on Tuesday in NYC, and there are signs all over the physical site and on the website that they do not test for COVID. And you will need to contact your health provider if you want a test to see if you have antibodies. I had to have a separate antibody lab test to prove I had the antibodies. Then upload it to their system. And then they did a special test to confirm I had the antibodies after my first donation. So I say yeah for the donation. Do give blood and plasma and platelets or whatever you can do as often as possible. But you should confirm with your local blood organization ahead of time if you expect to learn if you have COVID, or anything else, from your donation. And of course, stay away if you feel sick or have any current symptoms. Good luck.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.